We started 6 with an update. Tomorrow, TSA agents will start receiving pay again. The partial government shutdown has prompted more than 500 workers to quit and thousands to call out, causing long lines at multiple airports nationwide. Good evening. I'm Courtney Courtwright. President Donald Trump signed an executive order last week that would allow them to get paid despite that partial government shutdown. As Jen Sullivan explains, it may not be enough, though, to ease the long security lines at airports.
Frustrated passengers waiting in long security lines at airports across the country as busy spring travel is underway.
All the way down. All the way to the other side.
At Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport, some passengers say they arrived well before their domestic flight Sunday morning.
My flight's at 9:47.
And what time did you get here?
I just got here at 6 o'clock.
The long lines at airports are due to staffing shortages. TSA agents have gone without pay for 6 weeks as Congress holds up funding for the Department of Homeland Security. Many TSA agents are calling out because they're struggling to afford things like gas and child care.
It is like a hostage situation because we're not being paid.
President Donald Trump signed an executive order Friday that would allow TSA agents to start being paid Monday despite the partial government shutdown. But it could take a while for agents to actually receive that money.
Just like last time, it took some people a couple months to finally get their time card corrected and get finally paid.
A DHS spokesperson says more than 500 TSA agents have quit since the partial shutdown began February 14th, and thousands have called out. The nationwide shortfall in airport security staff could mean continued long lines for passengers.
It depends how many TSA agents come back to work, how many TSA agents have actually quit and have no plan coming back to work.
In a controversial move, the White House sent Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents to various airports this past week, but it's unclear whether that made things better. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
And back here in Western New York, we're going to take a live look outside in downtown Buffalo. A nice and quiet day out there today with sunshine here and there throughout the day. And well, you might have noticed, definitely not as chilly as it was yesterday. Storm Team 2 meteorologist Lauren Maroney is in the Weather Center now with a first look at that forecast. And Lauren, it's just nice to feel that temperature change.
Yeah, it was nice to feel it, and it's nice to take a look at it on the map. I mean, across the board, we are 15 to 25 degrees warmer than we were this time yesterday, and we're not dealing with those gusty winds either. The sustained winds are really just about 5 miles an hour no matter where you look, and they are out of the south. That southerly wind does help to warm us up, and yeah, temperatures in the upper 40s. We're even still in the 50s in some areas like Jamestown, Olean, Bradford. So it's a pretty nice, quiet evening tonight. We're not tracking anything on the radar. It looked like we were picking up rain earlier. I checked the observations. Nothing was hitting the ground. This was Virga at worst, so it evaporated before hitting the ground. And we are quiet now. We just have those high clouds. Really, the only system in town is way off to our west, and that is what we'll be tracking later on in the week, but not right now. It's quiet. We can even see the sunshine, and we will stay dry throughout the night, and temperatures are going to stay relatively mild. We have quite a warm up starting at the beginning of next week. I'll track all of that in your full forecast and some rain in a little bit, Courtney.
All right, Lauren, thank you. Tonight, the Red Cross is helping 2 families in Kenmore after a home caught fire. The fire started in the back of this home on Nassau Street near Colvin Boulevard. The Kenmore fire chief says all residents evacuated safely from this home. The chief says 2 dogs made it out okay, but there are still some cats missing right now.
The cats, we have not found them. A lot of the times they just hide and they'll come out when they're ready. I don't know if they were in the upper or lower, but the upstairs doesn't have a lot of damage to it.
One firefighter was also taken to a hospital for evaluation. The cause of the fire is still under investigation.